Hello again, it's Lagos Housewife as always. Today I'm going to be doing blending because I want to show you how to make 3 nut milks. All are nuts. As we all know, plant milks, they have amazing benefits to our bodies. Not as if cow milk is not good. Cow milk is good, but in case you want to try out the nut milks for different things as a drink for your children, instead of buying all these artificial drinks for them, these are ones you can make easily and you can refrigerate. So I'll be showing you how to make almond milk, coconut milk, and of course tiger nut milk. This is my son's personal favorite. This is my own favorite, almonds, though almonds are pricey now. And then my husband, coconut milk. So I'm presenting you with our 3 favorites. So I'll be starting with my own, of course. My own has to come first, almonds. Let's get started. The first nut we'll be using is almonds. And here's the wonderful thing about almonds. Almonds has 0 sugar, completely 0 sugar. So it's very good for people who are watching their sugar control. So if you blend only almonds without adding any sweetener to it, you are in very good hands. No sugar. It's also a good source of vitamins, fiber. It also has a little bit of carbs and everything. It's amazing, and it has calcium, almost the same as cow milk, I think. So I'm not very sure about that, but it also has calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and a good source of vitamins, as I mentioned before. Just one thing though, when you want to use almonds, soak them overnight before using. This has already been soaked and washed. The reason why we soak them is when you soak almonds, you increase the body's ability to absorb the nutrients. Also, the skin gets softer. The skin has tannin, which prevents some nutrients from being absorbed into the body. So by soaking, you remove that and you increase the nutrients, and then your body is able to absorb it better. And since we're going to be blending this and extracting the milk, we will actually be extracting everything, including the no sugar. But for this, I'll be adding sweetener to it. I'll be adding dates. I've already deseeded my dates. I soaked and deseeded it. That simply means I removed the seed. I will also be adding ginger. You know, I was about peeling it, then I said, why am I peeling it? Normally I don't peel my ginger, so I left it half peeled. The reason is I'll blend it and strain it, so it doesn't really need peeling. Just wash it clean. And then here I actually have vanilla. This is vanilla pods that I blended with the seed and the pods. That is what is pure vanilla. This is Madagascar vanilla. So I blended it and I'll be adding that to it to give a subtle hint of vanilla. That's how I love my almonds. So I have my blender here and we're about to start. 2 cups almonds. Half cup deseeded dates, 1 teaspoon vanilla, a chunk of ginger, and 4 cups of water. Now I'm going to blend this to extract the milk. Yeah. Yes, that's my almond milk. Now to sieve it. Okay, I'll be using this cheesecloth to That is it. That's my almond milk. So I'll just pour it inside the container and then I'll move on to the coconut milk. Second milk, coconut milk. This actually should be 2 cups, but somebody I will not mention has already eaten out of it. It's not me, it's my husband. He's always using it to drink garri. So right now I have only just slightly more than 1 cup here, but I'll still be using it. And I'll be blending this with baobab sweetener. Here's the reason why I'm using it. Number 1, to act as a sweetener to it. Number 2, by blending something dry with it to thicken it and mix up in it, it will prevent the coconut from separating into oil when it is refrigerated. Coconut is very oily, and if you blend it plain like that with only water and put it in the fridge, it's going to separate into oil. You will see the part that is oil, and then by the time you mix it, it will taste greasy in your mouth. So blending something dry with it helps prevent that. So that's what I'll be doing right now. And of course, I've told you about the health benefits of baobab, and coconut too is amazing. So let's get started with this. 1+ cup of coconut and 3 tablespoons baobab. Then 2 cups of water. So, like 2.5 cups. I will now blend this and also sieve. This is how it looks after blending. Now I'm going to pour it in my cheesecloth and sieve it. I've sieved it, so this is what it looks like after sieving. I'll now go and pour that into a container. And we're down to the last nut milk. Yes, tiger nut. Here's the thing about tiger nut. Let me tell you 3 things I've discovered about it. When you want to blend tiger nut milk, use very, very cold water. See, this has ice in it. That's what I'm going to use. You know why? Tiger nut is one milk that spoils easily. It will just be drawing. Many of you have had that experience with tiger nut milk. So to prevent that happening and elongate its lifespan, use very cold milk. Cold water. That's number 1. Number 2, don't bother soaking your dry tiger nut. This is not soaked. I just washed it. I washed it and poured it into this. So there really is no need to. I found out that it produces richer, better tasting milk when it is not soaked. Sometimes, you know, some of you soak it overnight, you soak it for 4 hours. Those are things that contribute to it spoiling fast and also not tasting as good as it should. So no need for soaking, just wash and blend. Then number 3, if you know you want to keep the tiger nut milk for some time, don't blend anything with it. Not coconut milk, not dates, nothing. Just blend it plain. But if you want to drink it immediately, feel free to add anything you want. It's delicious, konoaya, very delicious. But because I want to keep this in the fridge, I'm going to blend it plain, just with cold water. So I hope this has helped many of you that have issues with tiger nut milk. These are the things that cause it. And once it is blended, it must be kept in the fridge immediately. If you want to keep it for a longer time, freeze it. Feel free to freeze it. Then just simply, when you want to defrost it, as it is like that, keep it in something closed very tight, maybe something like this bottle. Just drop it in a bucket of normal water and let it defrost like that. And you'll be able to drink your tiger nut milk even days or weeks after if it's frozen. So now for the final blending. 2 cups tiger nuts. Very cold water. like 4 cups. Blending time. And that is my tiger nut milk. Look at it, so thick and luscious. I'll now sieve it. This is my tiger nut milk. Time to pour it into a container. And we're done. Our 3 nut milks: almond, coconut, tiger nut. Now, depending how thick or thin you want it, you can just adjust the water. Either reduce, use less water, or increase, use more water. That's it. It's very simple. And as I told you, you can keep it frozen. Some of you ask, how can you keep it for your children to school so that it will not spoil? As I told you, when you make it, whether you add anything to it or make it plain, whatever type, whether it's juice or nut milk, immediately you make it, put it in the freezer, let it freeze overnight. Then, as it is frozen like that, put it in their lunch bag. By the time it is time for lunch, it would have defrosted, but it will still be cold and it will still be fresh. So that's the way I always do it for my son. I keep it frozen, I put it in the freezer, I freeze it very well. It can last for days, for weeks. Whenever he's taking it to school, I just put it like that inside the bottle that I always make sure you fill it into the bottle they are going to use. That is not the time to be defrosting and pouring into another bottle. No, you spoil the drink. So keep it in the bottle they'll use to school. Make sure it's a plastic bottle. Do not use an insulated bottle. If not, the cold will not be able to enter. So keep it in a plastic bottle. Freeze it in their bags. By lunchtime, it would have defrosted, but it's cold and fresh. So that's it. We round up for today. Till next time again. I'll be looking forward to you seeing me, because I cannot see you, but you can see me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. And I love you. Stay blessed.